Okay, just a couple things here. We have military roads. Military roads, so this would be like a post road. Uh, Making is, in most cases, a question of repairing existing roads to make them temporarily passable. The work to be done in the shortest possible time. Materials actually on the line or very near it must be used. Within the limits of possible wheel transportation, steep gradients may delay military traffic and grades should be reduced as far as practicable. Military railroads usually follow the line over which the Army has advanced from its base. Military reservation, land set aside from the public domain for military purposes. These are also uh, called islands within the states. Military post, a place where military duty is performed or stores are kept or distributed, or something connected with war or arms is kept or done. Military posts. Permanent military posts in the United States, including Alaska, are established with the express authority. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't get the rest of it. Okay, military police. Police, whose duty is to enforce all police regulations in the theater of operations and in mobilization. So the theater of operations is anywhere where the military has set a post, either permanent or temporary, whether in America or one of the states or overseas or in a war zone, Iraq, Iran, whatever, Afghanistan. Those are the military operations. They're also called um, territories. They're also considered territories of the United States. So if the United States sets up a post in a foreign country and they're fighting a war in that country, so like in Vietnam, they would have territories of the United States where they're laying up their equipment and personnel and tents and latrines, galleys, that kind of thing. So there's a large definition of types of lands that can be considered territories of the United States. They protect the inhabitants of the country from pillage and violence and prevent excess of all kinds, keep all roads clear, arrest all soldiers and civilian employees absent without proper authority from their organization, arrest all marauders, and are charged with relieving organizations from the care of prisoners of war and with their safe conduct. Military law. The legal system that regulates the government of the military establishment. It is a branch of municipal law. Okay, it's a branch of municipal law. And in the United States, not the United States of America, derives its existence from special constitutional grants of power. It is both written and unwritten. The sources of written military law are the Articles of War, Army regulations, and general and special orders and decisions promulgated by the War Department and by department, post, and other commanders. The unwritten military law is the custom of war, consisting of customs of service, both in peace and war. Okay, military hospitals. Resolved that there be one Director General of all the military hospitals which shall be erected for the Continental Army in the United States, who shall particularly superintend all the hospitals between Hudson's and Potomac rivers. Now, pay attention here. It says for the Continental Army, so this is very old, a very old document in the United States. And the United States is any military place. So it can be a temporary post set up for purposes of having tents, galleys, equipment, could be in a war zone. It's called a territory of the United States or a military post as opposed to posts, plural. And they're usually temporary, and they can set up hospitals there to care for the wounded, and the hospital could be erected there temporarily and then removed, but Hospitals on a military post are usually nowadays anyway permanent fixtures. So we can gather a lot from putting things in the proper context.